Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If it's your first time here, hi, my name is Jess. Welcome. So as you can see by the title of today's video, I am sharing my current favorites, everything that I have been loving in the month of July. And this video was very much inspired by just like the old school videos that I used to watch on YouTube. So I personally started watching YouTube back in 2012. And back in those times, the tag videos were just huge. They were very popular and I just loved watching them. And I remember monthly favorites being a reoccurring video series that I would see on my favorite YouTube creators' channels. And so that is what inspired today's video. So with that, I am so excited to share all of the items and things that I have been loving in the month of July. So if you are curious to see everything that I've been loving this month, make sure to keep on watching, and anything that I can link, I will link down below in the description box. So if you see any items in this video that you're interested in, make sure that you check down there. So without further ado, let's jump into my July favorites. So my number one favorite of this month is this sweater that I am wearing right here. So this sweater, I actually purchased it on TikTok Shop, and it is this bookish crew neck sweater that says members only antisocial book club, and it has a graphic of a stack of books with a cup of coffee, and then on the sleeve it has this text that says next chapter with this really cute bow on it. I have had my eye on this sweater since I want to say maybe like around the fall of last year, and I kept seeing it popping up on my FYP, and I kept thinking to myself, I want to get that sweater. I want to get that sweater. And I just, for some reason or another, never got around to it until one day where I just randomly decided to buy it and I ordered it. And honestly, I am so happy with it. This is a pretty good sweater and the graphics on it look great. It's very comfortable. I did get this one in a size large for an oversized fit because I personally like my sweatshirts to be more on the baggy side. But I will say that ever since I got it in the mail, I kid you not, the same day I got it in the mail, I started wearing it and have been wearing it every single day. Mostly I wear it to just lounge around the house and read in because I love to be super cozy when I read, but there have been some times when I've worn it out in public, and I did actually get a compliment on it the last time that I wore it out to the grocery store. This really sweet girl was like, "I'm obsessed with your sweater," and I was like, "Thank you so much." So yeah, this is the number one favorite for this month. I'm obsessed with it. I wear it daily. And so because I wear it daily, I think it deserves the number one spot on my favorites list. So these next few items are books, and the books that I'm going to be talking about specifically for this month are these right here. So these are the 4 books in the Rebel Blue Ranch series by Layla Sage. And in the month of July, I read the last 3 books in the series, which are these 3 right here on this side. And I enjoyed this series so much. It is definitely a favorite. I gave one of these books 5 stars because it gave me all the feels. But I loved this series. If you are a fan of the Chestnut Spring series by Elsie Silver, definitely get into this series if you haven't read this already. It gives me all the same vibes that Chestnut Springs gives me. It's like a small town. It's a cowboy romance. It has some spice in it. It's fast paced. It just gives you that small town cozy vibe where just everyone knows everyone, and it's very found family. I love it. And also these books are shorter than the books in the Chestnut Springs series, and so in my opinion they're a little bit just easier to read. So if you're looking to start a cowboy romance series, I definitely recommend checking these out. These were so good, and not only that, but the covers on them are just so adorable. They double as really pretty decor that I can have up on my shelves. These next favorites are all journaling related, and if you guys saw my summer morning routine that I posted at the beginning of this month, then you might have seen where I talked about wanting to do more things that are good for my mental health and just being more intentional about the things that I do to improve my mental wellness. And one of those things was journaling. So my therapist is just very big on encouraging me to journal as a way to be able to reflect and to keep track on how I'm doing mentally, emotionally, and so on and so forth. This is the way that I like to picture journaling in my head. So I'm like a scientist and I am studying my own mind. And so everything that I write down in my journal is to track data. I am gathering data and information on myself. It's like a little self-experimentation, if you will. And so I've really been into journaling this month. I've been very intentional with it. I've been doing a pretty good job at doing it almost every single day. And if I don't get a chance to actually physically write in my journal, I will write a journal entry in my notes app. And then when I do have time, I will just basically copy what I wrote down on my phone, onto paper. So with that said, here are all the journaling supplies that I've been loving lately. So here's a journal that I've been using. I got this one from Amazon, and they do have it in several different colors. And this one in particular is a bullet journal, but they do have some with different page styles. Like they have the lined ones, plain ones that have nothing on them, and so on. But I just grabbed a bullet journal one. And then this letter right here on the outside, I bought this one from Hobby Lobby, and I just stuck it to the center of the notebook just to customize it a little bit. I was actually inspired by my best friend to do this. She has the same pearl initial on the outside of her journal, and so I thought that it would be cute if we had like a little matching initial moment. And so this is the journal that I have. And then to decorate the inside of my journal, I have some things from both Amazon and Hobby Lobby. Let me show you guys some pages that I have here that I've already decorated, just so that you can get like a visual for how the pages are decorated. So here are a couple of the decorated journal entry pages, but not all of the pages look like this. There are some days when I'm just too tired or too lazy to do it. So I'm going to start by showing you guys all of the journaling supplies that I got from Hobby Lobby first. So first up, I have this vintage floral cardstock paper, and this is basically like the backdrop to all of my pages. This vintage floral one is just the one that I gravitated to the most, but they have so many different themes and designs to choose from. Once I'm done going through all of this, I definitely plan on going back because they had so many cute ones, but I didn't want to get carried away and buy more than one just in case I didn't continue with the journaling. I was like, you know what? Once I get through it, then I can get another one. So yeah, this right here is definitely what makes the biggest impact in the journaling. I feel like it just makes it the most visually interesting. And then also from Hobby Lobby, I got two different sticker packs. So the first one is this vintage floral sticker pack to kind of go with the whole vintage floral theme of the cardstock paper. And then I got this one. This one is a seasonal floral sticker sheet, but this one is more so meant for like your planner. So there are a few pages in here that are more so meant for like to go inside of a planner. Not that I can't use these inside of my journal. I most definitely can. But this one has like a mix of stickers as well as those like planner stickers. I'll show you what I'm talking about here, so that way you're not confused, because I feel like I'm not making any sense. Where this one just has stickers and stickers only for like decorative purposes. I do like that on the back of this, it tells you what stickers come in here. That way you're not like buying them blindly. So I do appreciate that. So it's on the back of both of these. So those are the stickers that I got from Hobby Lobby. And then I also got lots of different washi tapes. So these are all the washi tapes that I got. I made sure to get some that tied into the vintage floral theme that I had going on, as well as just some that I could put on any sort of theme that are a little bit more just like basics. But these just add another layer to the design on the pages. Not necessary, but I definitely feel like it's fun to play around with some washi tape and just further decorate the pages. And then I got these cardstock cutouts to further decorate the journal, and on these there's several different quotes on them. Some of them are super cliche and cheesy, but honestly I don't mind quotes like this. Like this one says focus on the good, this next one says do everything in love. And so there are several different shapes and sizes in the pack that this came in, and so I really liked that they had these nice like motivational inspiring quotes on them, but also that the color palette on them matched the vintage floral palette that I have, or like the theme that I have going on in the journal. And then lastly, from Hobby Lobby, I got this set of stencils. I actually saw that they had these on Amazon as well, but they were more affordable at Hobby Lobby, and so I got these. And I use these to just create different like sections within the journal, and it just like makes it more cohesive. And so my type A brain really appreciates the help from the stencils. So those are all the things that I got from Hobby Lobby. These next items I got from Amazon. So the first and most vital thing is this glue tape. Prior to this glue tape, I was using double-sided tape that came in the standard packaging that regular tape comes in. And let me tell you, using that double-sided tape was such a pain in the neck. It was so sticky. It was just a mess. And with this glue tape, putting things into my journal and like sticking things onto the paper is so easy and effortless. So I definitely recommend getting glue tape and not skipping out on this step, because it just saves so much time and energy. And I feel like it just allows me to work more efficiently when working on decorating my pages. So yeah, this came in a set of like 4 or 5, and I've already gone through, this is my 3rd one. So amazing. I love this stuff. And then also from Amazon, I got a pack of more stickers, because the stickers that I got at Hobby Lobby clearly were not enough. And so I got more of these. This is just a set that has a different array of florals. And then I also got this one that has more like They look vintage and pressed. So that's kind of the style of these flowers. And then lastly from Amazon, I got this set of several different just random little paper cutouts. And each of these cutouts has a different prints, patterns, textures, and colors. And it's again, just to kind of help add layers and depth to the journaling pages. So those were all of the things that I got from Amazon. And then the last item that I'm using to journal or for my journal is an item that I've actually had sitting in a box in my house for years. And it is this Insta-X mini printer. I love that this can print images that are directly from my phone onto the printer, and it prints them in a form of a Polaroid. And I just think that this is amazing because it's portable, it's so fast and convenient. I can snap a picture and print it within seconds. And I love that I can create like little photo collages within my journal. Let me show you guys one page where I have several different pictures. So here's a page with some of my favorite pictures from the month of June. And I just plan to do this for every month. I just feel like it's such a good way to look back and just remember some of the highlights from every month. So this is like a scrapbook journal, if you will. So those are all the journaling supplies that I've been loving this month, and I hope to continue with this healthy habit because not only is it good for me to just write things out and to be able to reflect, but it's also helping me be more creative and expressive when just creating the scrapbook portion of the journal itself. So I do really enjoy this hobby. I have so much fun with it, and not only is it good for my creativity, but it's also good for just my mental health. So definitely loving that. So switching gears, I'm going to jump into some beauty favorites. So my number one beauty favorite is actually an item that I'm wearing right now, and it is on my lips, and that is the Rare Beauty Tinted Lip Oil. I've repurchased this lip oil several times. It is definitely a holy grail for me. Not only is it very comfortable on the lips, but it also hydrates them while leaving a stain, and that's why I love it. So I have two shades right here. One of these was actually a gift from my sister, and it's this lighter one right here. This one is in the shade Happy. And this one is a good shade. It is just a little too light for me at the moment. And so a few weeks ago when I was at Kohl's, at the Sephora inside the Kohl's, I bought this one in the shade Serenity, which is my personal favorite shade. And I just like how it gives the lips a very natural look to them. And like I said, when it wears off, it still leaves color behind. And so yeah, these are definitely holy grails, staples. We'll be repurchasing these until I find a better lip stain. And I haven't found one yet. So Rare Beauty tinted lip oils are definitely the best, and I feel like for summertime, I want something that's very lightweight, that's glossy, that's going to stay, and so yeah, these are definitely a favorite. This next beauty favorite is actually the nail polish color that I'm wearing on my nails right now. I'm not going to show you a close-up of what they currently look like because I do need to get a fill, but I will put it up on the screen how the nails looked when they were fresh. But I do really like this color combination. It is very neutral. It looks very natural. And I like that I almost forget that I have my nails done just because of how neutral it looks. I just like that it looks clean. The color doesn't clash with anything that I wear. It's very timeless. And I'm also that type of person that if I have a color on my nails for too long, and when I say color, I mean like an actual color, like a red, a pink, a blue, whatever, I will get tired of it within like maybe 2 weeks. And I just don't have it in me to go to the nail salon every 2 weeks to change the color. And I just feel like a neutral nude color, I'm just never going to get sick of. Like I can have this color forever and be totally content. So simple, minimal, neutral nails are definitely a favorite for the month of July. And I plan on continuing with the neutral nails until the foreseeable future because I don't think I'm going to get sick of these. And I just love how I don't have to think about them clashing with anything that I wear. I know that very few people think like that, like, oh, my nail color is clashing with my outfit. Like, who thinks that way? Me, because I'm not okay. Now this next category is a little random, but it is something that I've been loving, so I thought, why not share? And that is snacks. So I am a big snacker. I love to snack on things. And recently I discovered these chips that, I'm not kidding, changed my life. And I know that that sounds really dramatic, but hear me out. Okay, so my favorite snack is popcorn. I love to eat popcorn, but the biggest downside for me about eating popcorn is that like afterwards you have all the little bits and pieces like stuck in your teeth and it can be a little uncomfortable sometimes. Well, these chips solve that problem entirely because it is popcorn in the form of a chip. So these are the chips right here. These are called popcorners, and the kettle corn is my personal favorite flavor. I have tried these, and I've also tried the jalapeno popper. The jalapeno popper, they're really good. Like, I actually just had some for my lunch. Let me show you what they look like. Don't judge the fact that the bag is opened and also mostly empty. This is a brand new bag that I got specifically for this video because all the other bags that I have are open and nearly empty. But these here are the jalapeno popper flavors, and it took everything in me not to completely devour this bag when I was eating lunch. So I did save some in here, but these are really good. The kettle corn ones are just better, but these are good. They have a little bit of a kick to them, but you guys, these chips are crunchy. They're salty. They give me everything that I want out of like eating popcorn, but without all the mess. And they're really low calorie too and kind of healthy. So that's why I prefer these over like a Dorito. I love me a Dorito, but I'd rather eat this than a Dorito. On the topic of doing healthier swaps, the next favorite that I have are poppies. I love poppies. I drink at least a poppy a day. They're my favorite beverage. I actually have one right here in the backdrop, and I've been sipping on this ever since I ate lunch. And they're just so good. So these are basically a soda alternative if you've never heard of poppy, which I feel like you might have because everyone's heard of poppy. Well, not everyone, that's a lie. But this right here is my jam. Oh my gosh, I love this. So this is an alternative to soda, like I was saying. And this one is the Doc Pop flavor, which is an alternative to Dr. Pepper. I also love their classic cola flavor, which is an alternative for Coca-Cola. But they're so good. They have significantly less sugar. There's like 5 grams of sugar in one whole can, as where a whole can of Dr. Pepper has, I honestly couldn't even tell you, but I'll pop it up on the screen. That is how much sugar is in one can of Dr. Pepper. And so I'd much rather drink this because it still gives me the carbonation that I crave from a crispy soda, but without all the other junk. You know what I mean? So those have been my 2 snack obsessions that I gravitate towards on a daily basis. Although the poppy really isn't a snack. It's more so a beverage, but I see it as a snack, you know, because sometimes I want a little something, but I don't want to eat something, so I'll drink a poppy. Now, this last category is even more random than the last, and that is music. Music. I love music. I listen to music on a daily basis, and my favorite genre of music is pop. I am a pop girl at heart. I love pop. Give me some pop music, and I am so happy. But recently, I've been like just listening to a totally different genre, and that genre is country music, and I love country music. I've always been a fan of country music. It's just never been a genre that I like listen to a lot. You know, it's like a genre that I would listen to every now and again or in a certain setting or whatever. But as of lately, I've been just loving listening to country music, and the 2 country albums or country artists that I've been loving lately is Ella Langley. Her voice is incredible. Her lyrics are so good. Her songs are fantastic. And then Morgan Wallen. Those have been my top 2 country artists that I've had on rotation basically this entire month. And I don't know if it's because I've been reading cowboy romances that they've got me in like the headspace of wanting to just listen to some country music. Now, don't get me wrong. I do listen to my pop music on a daily basis. I've just been listening to a lot more country than before. So yeah, I guess it qualifies it as a favorite for the month of July. And that, you guys, wraps up the end of my July favorites. If you've made it to this part of the video, comment down below a sun emoji. And if you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, and turn on the notification bell. That way you are notified every time I upload a brand new video. But yeah, you guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and I'll be seeing you in my next one. Bye.